Salutations gamers, Bazil here. Apologize for the delay on the videos over the past week. Had some computer issues and then had to take care of some personal things that came up during the week as well. But everything's going a lot better, so don't have to worry about that. Let's actually kind of cover what my weapon set is going to be. I've been getting a lot of requests for this, so I'm going to try it. I hope you guys kind of enjoy the setup there. Again, feel free to give feedback. First weapon set I have is going to be my primary weapon set, Dagger, 5% damage on both daggers. Really helpful with the white damage. My offset is going to be Dagger Pistol. This gives me a extra gap closure, a silence, and silence and an interrupt, if you were. 5% damage on the dagger, and going to be putting the freezing sigil on my pistol when I weapon swap in combat. Has to be in combat for it to actually be active. So kind of keep that in mind when you're placing the weapon sigils. I think I'm saying those right. I never can pronounce those things correctly. I've never been good at words, so just kind of keep that in mind when you're actually placing those on your weapons. Read them and make sure they know what they actually do. Unfortunately, I have actually put some on my weapons and go, why aren't they working? And then I read that they only have like a 30% chance to proc, which in PvP, a lot of that is kind of hearsay. It's really, I don't like using the whole luck-based system type of thing. So I'm not going over this fight right now because we'll run into this Mesmer a little bit later. She does use her portal skill there, and I'll be going over that a little bit later on in the video as well. This was a match that I just kind of came into, but it was about halfway through. As you can see, both the teams are tied. I am on the red team, and it's a very close game, and it's a very good game, and I kind of enjoyed it. Now, I'm going to activate Devourer of Venom here. Your next 2 attacks immobilize your target for 2 seconds. The entire Venom duration does last for 45 seconds, but your immobilize only lasts for 2. Going to be stealing my favorite ability here. Makes you immune to 4 seconds. And you can still actually engage in combat with this spell. Still don't know the name for it yet because there's no info on the wiki. I looked everywhere, I couldn't find it. So, going to be activating my elite skill here and just completely shut down this thief. As you can tell, in the 2 seconds it takes for me to steal to him, hit that venom, hit my elite skill, the thief goes down instantly. So the thief has wonderful single target burst damage, so kind of keep that in mind here. When you're playing a thief, or if you're playing against a thief, they just have phenomenal burst, no matter what spec you are. My spec is built for durability. I do have 23,000 HP, and it's insane. Now, little embarrassing moment here. I engage here on the Mesmer, and that's actually the fake one. As you can tell, that the amount of damage that I'm doing is pretty insane. My Guardian friend here does do his Mega Bubble, which is really nice. Kind of gives me a chance to recover from my derp moment there. I did use Leaping Death Blossom completely out of range. Probably should have used Heart Seeker there to get a little bit extra damage, and as well as just kind of close the gap a little bit faster paced, if you will. The Mesmer right now is actually getting ready to cast one of her elite skills. This is probably one of the most annoying things in the blasted game. Like a smart Mesmer, she will actually cast it on the Guardian. Moa Burn. Turn your foe into a Moa Bird. Duration for 10 seconds. Yes, it lasts 10 seconds. You can cast it at a range of 1200, which is insane. Then she does use her blink ability to teleport to a target location. This will break stun, and it does have a range of 900, so the same range as steal, so keep that in mind. If she blinks, you should be able to steal actually to her, so just really keep that in mind. Side note here, the Moa can actually attack. It gives you a list of spells. This is her portal. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but I'm just not going to. You create a portal, and you can teleport from one location to the other. The portal does last a full minute, so if you're fighting a Mesmer, keep that in mind. Be aware of your surroundings. And I was actually a little confused, if I remember correctly, when playing this match, because I had never seen a Mesmer actually use that skill. That was the first time I've actually seen a Mesmer use a lot of her teleporting abilities, which I was very kind of confused at first, but once I figured it out and kind of rewatched the video, I was like, oh, okay, I see what exactly happened there. Going to be opening up on this Elementalist, but right now, keep in mind, she does have Arcane Shield up. This blocks an attack with a energy shield. If it blocks 3 attacks, it explodes. It does a lot of damage, so keep in mind. The field that she's using is a staff ability. Static Field creates an electrical field that stuns foes crossing it. Now, For some reason, I actually am like just out of the stun range, and I use my Heart Seeker, and it doesn't stun me. So I'm not sure what happened there. I think that might have been a glitch, or I was just really lucky. I did just switch my weapons here. The reason being, for my Shadow Shot ability here, which I'm going to use right now, every time it hits, I Shadow Step to my target, and that's just a huge gap closer. I switch back to my Dagger spec, which I actually probably should have stayed with my pistol and my dagger, but I'm able to hit her with another slow. I'm able to hit her again with another slow. Again, keep in mind, using the terrain to my advantage, using the rolls to my advantage, really being able to lock down my target here. She cannot do anything. I just barely am able to almost dodge that. I know that was a lot of ifs and ands in that sentence. She does use her magnetic shield, which is just another shield that the staff elementalists have, which is a really, really good ability there. She kind of gives up and says, you know what, he's put up a good fight, I'll give him the kill. And that's pretty much going to be it for this match, guys. Again, I really kind of apologize for the lack of videos that have been coming out over the last week and a half. Just had a lot of technical difficulties, which I did not expect. Anyway, thank you guys so much for just kind of sticking with it, being very patient and very understanding. I know that it's frustrating to see small channels like myself just saying, hey guys, well, I'm going to make another excuse as to why I didn't release a video. Then 7 months down the road, the video's released. And I really feel bad for just kind of making, you know, not being able to produce content on a regular basis. But I'm able to work out a schedule eventually. That should be coming within a week or so. And I'm looking to get at least 2 videos out a week for Guild Wars 2, and at least 1 to 2 videos out a week for Smite, which will be very, very exciting. I'm still trying to work out what I want to do for Smite exactly, because there's a ton of Smite guides floating around there, and the game's constantly changing, so that's kind of an iffy thing to do there. I'm not sure if that's going to be welcomed, or that's just going to be kind of thrown in the melting pot of a billion people doing their own Smite guides and whatnot. So there's that. Now on the Guild Wars 2 front, the videos that I'm doing are going to be, I'm probably going to do 1, 2, probably 4 more before the game is released, because again, all these videos I'm doing right now is from Beta Weekend 3, and there's just such a bunch of changes that have happened in the last stress test alone, which was less than like a week ago. So a lot of these traits and a lot of these builds and just kind of what is going to be all completely different. So kind of take these videos with a grain of salt. These are more of my trial and just kind of experimental videos and whatnot. The new backgrounds with the text is something that you guys did ask for. You said they were very hard to read, so I tried to make it look as presentable as possible. I hope that didn't deter from the actual combat itself. I hope the pauses are not too in your face. Again, guys, this is just kind of all feedback coming from you guys, so whatever you guys want to see and just kind of whatever you guys are thinking that would better improve these videos, please, by all means, leave comments below, negative or positive. I really don't care. I respond to them all. And again, once again, guys, if you guys do enjoy what I do and maybe want to see if I do have what it takes to become someone, you know, quote-unquote E-famous, or someone that actually works for a good amount of videos a week and quality content, hit that subscribe button. I will be streaming eventually. I'm getting all that worked out too, using FF Split and just kind of working with them and making sure that the program is as good as it can be. They just released an update, so I'm going to be trying that over the next week or so and really kind of hammering down that. I think I've covered everything that was on my mind. Yep. Again, guys, you guys are all wonderful supporters. I really love you guys. And as always, guys, God bless. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, morning, or afternoon. And I will see you guys on the battlefield in less than 8 days. Take care.